So here's the changeover parts on the Nally pole. This is the old Nally tower pole. As you can see, it's quite thick. It was actually sleeved. The sleeve runs up to about there and used to run that far into the other pole, but we had to chop it off at ground level when we removed it from the guy's backyard. This is the new pole. Here's the new head, the new pivot point. It has a rod that goes through there and connects the tower to that. Looking at the other end of this one, that's how that one originally was. It hasn't got the reinforcing flap, which I've included on this new one. So here's the dimensions. So from this part down here all the way down here, 2 meters 165 is the winch. So this is the bracket that holds the winch. Then 2 meters 800 to the top of the pulley bracket for the sheave. This has the galvanized wire that goes through and out through here and connects to the tower that lets it pull in and then gets bolted to that. And this bracket here is at 3 meters. So this 3 meter bracket is pretty crucial, because obviously when you put the tower in position, you want the holes to line up. There's another set of holes on the tower, so just double check that yours is actually 3 meters. It's an easy thing to do. Just measure from the bottom of the plate or the holes to the mounting hole down the other end. Alright, I'll come back on in a second and we'll put the winch on and have a bit of a demo. Okay, here we are. Here's the winch in position. It's not tightened up, but it's enough to give you an idea what's going on. There's the steel for the winch. It's just angle, and I extended it down a little bit. You never know what winch someone down the track might want to put an electric winch on or something like that. Me, I prefer the cranking part of the tower to be a manual winch. Just gives you a little bit more control and you're not using it every day. I do use an electric winch on the up and down, but this I prefer just to be a crank winch. The wire goes through here, so take the bolt off, drop the cable and the hook through there and put your sheave wheel back on. That then will hook up to the tower and pull the tower in and out. Someone lost the crank handle, so a bit of modification was done. It's actually a 3-speed winch. Use some old sockets, and I've got a bar that fits on there, and you just put them in and crank it that way. It's a heavy duty winch. It's too good to not use. And that will go out through there, through the sheave, hook onto the tower, and when it's cranked it'll pull the tower back in. When the tower's pulled in, you're bolted up to this position here. So that's it, no mystery. There's all the measurements. Good luck. Any questions, give us a yell. But this is how we do mount our towers out here in Australia with the it's a 150mm NB pole, and it's concrete into about 150-200mm below this level here. So concrete will be about here and the rest will be in the ground, and the bottom of the tower is actually flush with this bracket. So give yourself 150-200mm. It gives enough to swing the tower out, and everything's good. Poles are easily available. It comes pre-galvanized. I've just used some cold gal paint on the areas where I welded, just for a bit of protection. But that's it, 150 NB pole. And I'll probably end up chopping the other pole up in pieces and giving it to people for sections to extend their poles if needed. So anyway, there's always a use, and good luck with decking out your tower.